Hey, welcome to another episode of Sticky Situation. Glad to have you on again today. Today we're out in the garden. It's springtime, or well, almost springtime, not quite. Still getting ready for things to blossom and bud. And so I was going to get some landscaping done while the bushes were still small and while there weren't weeds and everything in the way. Figured I could get it done better. And so I'm going to be unboxing some garden lights that I got today. And they're from Gardenreet. And they are the sponsor of our video today, but they are some pretty fancy looking lights. So let's unbox them and show you what we got and then how we're going to set them up in the yard. So this came in 2 packages. It's going to be the lights and then this box here, which is the transformer comm switch. So I'll kind of show you how that is. So that's going to be just this box. So this will allow me to do different sections or different runs if I want. And that just comes with screwdriver and other little things. So I can open up the box, but this will be my main power in. So I'll plug this into my outlet and then I'll run my electrical cables from the lights into here. So I'm probably just going to daisy chain, run them all in a series on that one. So I can just start at one edge and then do it all the way back. So let's look at what kind of lights we have to go with this. Okay, so I got the Gardenreet tall post lights. So they've got the little hood on them. And I have 5 of them total that came in this box. And it came with the lights and then the wire to run them and then these little wire connector nuts for each one of them as well too. So you have all of those and then of course the light bulbs that come with it as well. So let's open up one of these garden path lights so you can kind of see how that is. And these are just stake lights, so you just stick them in the ground. Don't have to do any major stuff. But they will come with this solid brass post. And then of course the light base. And these are have the brushed bronze coating, so they're hard metal, so they are very nice on that one. You will just put your light bulb in and then screw these in. They are waterproof, so I don't have to worry about having them outside here. They come with the O-ring on there to keep the water out, and then when I just tighten these in, make sure you don't cross thread them, that would be bad. So if I ever have to change the light bulb, you'll just unscrew that one, put a new light bulb in, and then these will mount into the ground. And then the light will shine out. So these are pathway lights, so to kind of give us a little line across this pathway. I do have a little walkway in between my area here, so I'll show you that as I'm setting it up and kind of show you what my design is going to be. But this is the light for now. And so let's get setting that up and running those things and running that wire to the right spot so we can light this place up and make it look beautiful come spring. So let's go over the contents of each box. Each one of these light posts. I'm going to go over it and show you kind of how I put it together too. Alright, so there's the instructions in there. It comes with 1 tall post, a pack of wire nuts that are gel filled so that they're waterproof. And then it comes with the top, the crown on it. And then they all come with a plastic stake that you will it kind of grounds it, so we'll screw in the top right here and you'll just hammer this into the ground and then pull your wires through and then run it to the next one. So you have a hole that comes in on one side and the other side, so you have your wiring come in here. There's not a lot of room to store your wires in here, but there's still enough room that you can connect them together down in here to make sure it's all right. And so let me show you how we put them together. So I have this, and then the top of it just has this little light connector here. I take my bulb, and these bulbs are really quite interesting. They're waterproof, they're not glass, so you don't have to worry about them breaking or anything happening to them. They are just a LED light, and it's got this soft rubber membrane over it. And then you just take that one, and then there's the little two holes on the top, and you just put it in there and click it in. Then you'll take your crown like this, and it just slides right in there, and you make sure that you have your rubber grommet on there to seal your O-ring on there to seal it, and then you just pull it in nice and tight on that one. Then if I ever need to change the light bulb or in there, you should never have to. These have a long guarantee on them. You shouldn't have any problems with those, and it's got this nice brushed metal finish on it, so it looks really nice. I'm going to show you where I'm going to put those up now, and then show you how I pound the stakes in, and then how I connect them together with the wires. Okay, so here's the pathway that we want to light up. I'm going to put them in along right here, along this edge, so we have some light, because I've never had any light down this little walkway here, and so it's always been kind of dark at night. So it'd be nice to have some running lights coming from over here, starting on this corner and going all the way around this corner here. So let's start by putting the stakes in. I'll show you how I hammer them in, and then we'll get that going so we can connect them all together and then connect them to our power source, which will be around the corner there. Okay, putting this in is really super simple. I mean, you can do it anywhere. Dirt, rock, I mean, if you have concrete, a little bit harder, but, or stone like this, you wouldn't be able to put it into it. But where I have this gravel here, it's gonna be very easy for me to hide the stakes and then just kind of wrap up around it. So what I'm gonna do is clear away my gravel. I've got fabric, like landscape fabric underneath here. So that's nice and helpful. I'm going to want to peel that back like this, and then I'm just taking my stake. I want these kind of close to the edge of this brick because I'm going to be running my wire along the edge of this brick to the next one. So I want them back a little bit so they're not getting bumped, but also right here so that they're not. So when I put these in, I want to check the way the wires are going to go. My wires are going to be going this way, so I'm putting this hollowed out notch parallel to what with this with the rock here. Then I'm just taking a sledgehammer, just a simple 3-pound sledge, and I'm hammering down all the way, and I'll pull it up a little bit so I can get the wiring in, but I got to make sure that it's clear. And you want to make sure it's straight up and down, otherwise when you put your lights in, they'll look a little weird. So I'm hammering down all the way. And then I'm going to pull it back up a little bit so that I can take my light. And my wires on that one. Since this one's my end light, I don't have to do any connections or anything under here. So it's going to be very easy. I just slide it down through. Make sure that my wire goes all the way out. Pull this in. And it's just a simple matter of screwing it right back down into that base. And this one, a little fold in my wire or my fabric here, so a little hole. down in there. I can run my wire right along this inside edge to tuck it in and hide it. And then I can just fill my gravel around it. And there it is, looking really nice. So this end of this wire is going to run around the corner to the next stake I put in. I'll run the wire into there, connect the two wires together, and then keep them running down the road. So, I'll show you this one. So this is my wire from the first light, and I'm coming to my wire from the second light. And then what I'm going to have to do from this point on, I've got a main lead wire. So this wire is going all the way back to my source, my transformer. So I'm going to connect these two in to this one and run it to the next light. You can't really, you can't just put these together and then have it run all the way. It's not going to work. You have to have a main source. So I'm going to wire nut these ones together, make this new wire here to run to my next light, and then I'll do the same thing at each of the other lights until I have them all in. So pretty simple. I'll just show you how I connect into the transformer after the last one. So we have all the lights put in now. You can see all the way down there. And now we've got to work on connecting them all to the transformer. So this is the transformer they sent us with it. You just pull off this base plate out here. And it's got a timer in here. And then the connectors. I personally don't like these timers because of daylight savings time, time changes. I prefer just a photovoltaic sensor that says, oh, it's light, turn the lights on, or oh, it's dark, or it's light, turn the lights off, oh, it's dark, turn the lights on. So I will probably go back in and add one later on, but for now, we'll go with what they have here. So the first thing I've had to do is knock out the hole on the bottom so I can put in a wire connector. So we'll get that in real fast. That way I can connect my wire that I've got running down along the ground, connecting all the lights. To here. So I've got that in. Now I can run my wire up inside there and then connect it to all these wire connectors with my commons and my voltage. So it does have multiple zones in here, so if I say I wanted to come back in and add some other lights later on, I could run up to the same transformer and it would run those ones as well too. So it does have multiple voltage, like 12 volt or 15 volt. 15 volt meaning I've got a longer run, so I'm going to lose some of my energy on the long run. So if I have like a 100-foot run, a cable that I've got to run to the side of the house, and I would connect it to that to give it a little bit more energy. It's not going to matter much, but it'll add to the brilliance of the lights. So we're going to mount this to the wall real fast, and it'll be dismounted right back here, right next to my power source. And then I can connect all those lights into here, and then we'll see how they turn on. I'm going to be mounting this to the wall right here. I've already drilled my holes and put them into place, so it'll be easy to just slip this thing on. Just like that. Tighten it up, make sure we're not moving. And then I pulled this bottom cover off from right here. I ran my wire through it, and then later on that just will slide into here. But you'll want to pull it off now so that you can connect your wires in easier without much hassle. So I'm going to be connecting these wires right here. One will go to common, and then since my run's kind of short, we'll be connecting to the 12 volt here. So I'll just take my wire and I'll slide it in there nice and good, and then tighten it up. And my second wire, we'll be putting in the 12 volt. Slide that in nice and good. And tighten it up. And after you've tightened it, you give it a little tug for the tug test. They're not popping out, so now we know we're connected in on common and the 12 volt. So that's kind of how it'll look. And now we can turn it on and test our wires. Okay, so to set the time, you just decide which ones you want, which hours you want it on for, and you just flip these little red things up and down based on what you desire to have it on. And then this thing's slowly going to tick around as it goes, and then as it goes around, it'll turn the time on to where you want it. So I just turn this on, and then it should say there's light at this particular hour. So for now, we've got this set to the hours, and it's on a 24-hour clock. So we say, oh, it's going to come on at 5 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the morning. So let's check and see if we've got light. So that's going to do it for this episode of Sticky Situation. As you can see, we got our lights in, and they're looking fabulous. We'll get some nighttime pictures of them, but for now, got those on, and they're glowing. And we're kind of excited about seeing how this accents the house and these flower beds. I think it's going to look really good. So once again, thanks to Gardenreet for sponsoring this video. It's a great product. I've enjoyed putting it in. It was really quick. There was a couple little issues with it, but nothing too bad. Like I said, I'd like a photovoltaic sensor on there as opposed to timer, just because timing, sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's light, and I don't really like to waste time on my lights. I like to be on when they're on and off when they're off. So anyway, it's been fun. I did have one issue with the thing, but as they say, there's a limited lifetime warranty, so if there's any defects in the products or themselves, then they'll be sure to fix those for you. But a great product. I enjoyed it. Looks really strong. I like the metal coating on it. I like the casing around it. They seem like they're going to last for a very long time, which is great because I don't want to have to do this project 15 more times. So anyway, thanks again for coming along. If you enjoyed this video or if you have any questions on it, make sure you have a comment down below and like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. And stick with it. You've got this, and have a great day.